Hey guys, Mitch here with BagoGames.com once again. Just after returning from the press event for Beyond Two Souls, PS3 exclusive, coming out in Europe on the 11th and in America on the 8th, I believe. Got to go hands-on with the game and also got to talk to the co-CEO and have an interview with him. It will be followed by this video, so this is just an intro to the interview. I did the interview on my phone. It recorded pretty well, even though there was a lot of background noise. It doesn't ruin the clearability of our discussion, and it was really good. I didn't realize it was going over the time limit. I think I was talking for maybe 15 minutes with the CEO, and I apologize, I cannot pronounce his name. I'd only got it, but he was really charming and really nice to talk to, and it's easy to tell that he's very passionate and believes in the project. And I have to say, I was very relieved and also happy with what I got to play at the event. A demo which will be out on the PlayStation Store at the end of the month will be the same demo we played at the event tonight. So check back for my written preview of Beyond Two Souls and my impressions. So see you guys.
What's up guys, Mitch here with BagoGames.com, and I'm just here at the press event for demo gameplay of Quantic Dream's new game Beyond Two Souls. I'm here with the CEO, co-CEO. Could you introduce yourself, sir?
Yes, my name is Guillaume de Fondeimere. I'm the executive producer of Beyond Two Souls.
Thank you for taking some time to have a quick interview with us. We really appreciate it.
My pleasure.
Thank you. So, first question that I wanted to ask you was, what was the thoughts coming on to a new project instead of going forward maybe with a Heavy Rain 2?
You know, after Heavy Rain, we wanted to create something different. We wanted to start from a blank page again, because I think I guess it's the DNA of the company.
Yeah.
We're not good at creating sequels. We never have. So the challenge, I guess, was to create something at least as compelling as Heavy Rain, that would be narrative driven, but would push forward the concept that we had started to discover with Heavy Rain, creating a story driven experience in which the player's actions would actually change the way the story unfolds and ultimately ends, creating an emotional experience where the player would really feel something, feel attachment to the main protagonists, and creating ultimately an experience that would leave an imprint in the mind of the players. And so we decided to start working on this story of a girl, Jodie Holmes, that has a link with an invisible entity that she calls Aiden, exactly, and to follow her over a period of 15 years. And we decided to create a story that would be told in chronological disorder, giving the player the possibility to put the thoughts together, so offering him a kind of a giant puzzle where he would patiently collect all the pieces and scene by scene, slowly but surely get the full picture of. So that's one aspect. The other aspect is gameplay. We wanted to redefine certain elements of the gameplay. For instance, the action sequences.
Yeah, which look amazing, by the way.
Thank you.
I'm very happy with the way they came along. I had a little bit of doubts because I played Heavy Rain and I loved Heavy Rain. I got so addicted to it, and I loved the way back in the day I used to love getting trophies for games. And for this game with Heavy Rain, I didn't even need to think about, I want to get all the trophies. It was a case of I want to go back and replay this game again and again and earn those trophies one after another and see all the 14 endings that were possibility to happen. The first time I played through, I got all the good endings, and then when I was going back and replaying them, I was playing them beside my girlfriend, and she had to walk out of the room sometimes because she just thought some of the endings were a bit too much. But she didn't hate the game at all for that. She loved the game, but it was just a game that can emotionally change a person's thought while watching it. and I'll get on to it later on about the whole new thing that I have with iPhone, which I think is amazing and caught everyone off guard here. I didn't expect that, but it was just in a year that Sony have been producing games with such emotional depth, like Naughty Dog's The Last of Us. It's just, I think it's a good genre of storytelling, and I think that Sony are doing it the best right now, and I think they're appealing to a wider audience other than kind of just a generic game like a first-person shooter. So what I wanted to talk about is, because there's not a lot of info on Aiden, but I find him to be the most interesting character in the game. Because there's not been... My perspective of Aiden after playing the very first scene was Aiden is like a child all the time, and Jodie is Aiden's toy. That I seen in one of the trailers, Jodie wants to go on a date with a guy and Aiden's getting angry. He's like the angry child that like, no, you can't go, I want you, you're all mine. And she tries to maybe talk with him to get to an agreement, but he doesn't always want to agree. And when I was playing the first room where you're breaking up everything, I had so much fun doing that. It was just cool to see everything going flying and breaking glass. It seemed natural with the DualShock controller. So I think he accomplished what people's fears were, making the controls work more. That's not just watching a game unfold. So
I agree.
So I went on a bit of a rant there. Apologies, but So can you tell me as much as you can about Aiden and his role in Beyond Two Souls and how it plays out in the game?
I don't want to tell you too much, indeed, because this is really one of the key elements of the experience is to discover who Aiden is, what's his story. What I can tell you is that he's a real character. He's a playable character, but he's really a character in the game, and it's Beyond story is very much the story of the relationship between Jodie and Aiden. Hence the title, Two Souls. And so it's been very interesting on the side of the development to create this creature, if I may say so, to create this entity, to give it life, and it's a very interesting relationship that the two have, and it develops over a very long period of time.
15 years.
And this relationship evolves, so it's not always the same. And it's sometimes very antagonistic. Indeed, and that's very interesting. I don't want to tell you too much because you need to discover it. What I think is also very interesting is, and you touched upon it, is the gameplay. Through Aiden, we give players the possibility to have a totally different experience within the same game. And you're constantly shifting between one and the other, which brings a lot of diversity.
And kind of puts in perspective a puzzle sort of into the game. So that's great. Like, I'm looking forward to playing as Aiden more, because I think a lot of the emphasis has been on Jodie from trailers, but I think people are going to be really surprised when they get their hands on Aiden, like what he can do and what he's capable of.
Yes.
So another question, and I put it up on my Facebook. A lot of people are asking, being so close to next gen, was there ever any talk about maybe bringing the game to the new console, PlayStation 4, or was it a case of we want to show people about the PS3 and its power?
Yes, it's everything is not down to power, and it's we right from the onset we wanted to create at least two games on the then current gen, which was PlayStation 3, and so there's been really no serious discussion about bringing Beyond Two Souls only to PlayStation 4. So we knew from the beginning, and we kept on developing the game for PlayStation 3. So that's and we stick to it.
Good. Because I think with the new consoles, I know there's going to be a lot of people going out and buying them day one, but with the PS3 install base, it makes more sense to release it on PS3. Or would there ever be a possibility of maybe down the line that this is a game that you feel that would graphically look better and perform better on a next gen, or is that you probably can't comment on something like that right now, I guess?
I can't comment on something like that.
That's okay. Okay, so I'll get through these quickly. A lot of the questions are next-gen versions from our Facebook. But yeah, one of them I knew the answer to when it was asked, but a lot of people were wondering why bring it out just on the Sony platform and not go cross-platform with the game.
Well, we've been working with Sony since 7 years now. We're enjoying a great partnership. They've given us our chance with Heavy Rain funding, a very ambitious game at that time, and we've enjoyed this partnership. And I think that it's not all about selling as many copies as possible. It's also about a creative collaboration of people working together to achieve something. We found our home within PlayStation. We feel very comfortable there, and so far it's been a great journey with them. So we don't see really the necessity to look elsewhere, and we're going to continue to work with Sony PlayStation in developing some unique interactive experiences.
Good, glad to hear that. Well, I want to pose on one of the things that you showed in the presentation, which is the ability to play Beyond Two Souls, and will be the first console game to ever work with the connectivity with an iPhone or an Android device. When did that come into fruition, where you thought it's time to do something new and innovative? And I was shocked by how well it looked and how well it performed, and I didn't have any clue going into it, so I was really surprised. It's like, yes, Sony and Quantic Dream working together to bring new innovations with the casual gamer and the hardcore gamer. So what was the process, and was it a difficult process to get working on the console?
From a conceptual standpoint, it was quite striking for us to see that a lot of people, when talking about their experience on Heavy Rain, told us about the fact that they had played the game with, most of the time, their partner was a non-gamer. So we were really looking for an interface to enable non-gamers to experience Beyond. And so very, very naturally, at one point, we came to the conclusion that the device that pretty much everyone had right now at home was, along with a PlayStation 3, was a touch device, be it a telephone or a tablet. And so we started to analyze what it would mean from a technical standpoint, and then from a gameplay standpoint, to develop an app that would enable anyone to control the game using such a phone or a tablet. And it's been, I must say, pretty straightforward. We very early on decided that it would be a very simple connection through Wi-Fi, and then we worked with with our gameplay team to create the Beyond Touch version. Then it was about a year ago that we integrated it into the game.
Okay. You mentioned Wi-Fi there. Does Gaikai have any influence in how it crosses over, how it works together, or is nothing to do with it? Okay. And Heavy Rain, when it was released, it also had the compatibility with Move support, and I haven't seen on any of the game cases or anything. There is no Move support for.
No.
And with the iPhone, I just want to know, because it came into my mind.
iPhone and Android.
iPhone and Android. But will you also be creating an app for the PlayStation Vita?
This is something that we are currently we're currently analyzing the feasibility of this, but this is possible.
Okay, if you don't mind, I just want to go onto the Facebook and ask one more question. Someone posed it really late, and it's Jose, one of our dear friends, and he wants to know, with the heavy storytelling type game, will gamers be satisfied with the actual gameplay for the title? Which I think you may have clarified already.
I think. What is very important to us is to create a meaningful experience and to give players the possibility to truly interact from the beginning until the end with this story. And to create, we're here to create a game. And so we've worked very hard to create a compelling, interactive experience, and we worked very hard on polishing and offering a new gameplay features and a user interface that is both intuitive and very versatile. And I think we achieved it.
Well, I'm glad to hear that, and I want to thank you again for taking an interview with us. And Beyond Two Souls is coming out when?
On October 11th, I think, in Europe. Between October 10th and 11th.
Good to hear. I'm looking forward to picking it up. So I wish you the best of luck, and thanks again.
Thank you very much.
Take care.
Thank you.